Imagine this, it's 3:17 a.m. The phone rings. On the other end of the line, a shaky voice says, "Sir, your brother didn't make it." You drop the phone. Your knees hit the floor. In that single moment, everything you thought mattered, the title, the bank account, turns to smoke. And the only question that burns in your chest is this: did I become the person I was supposed to become? Or did I just let the days slip? That night actually happened to a man I knew. He was 46, successful on paper, empty on the inside. And when the call came, he realized something terrifying. He had been rich, but he had never been ready. Ready for life. Ready for loss. Ready for what really matters. Ladies and gentlemen, the tragedy is not that life is short. The tragedy is that we treat the days like they're long. Until one day we wake up and discover most of them are already gone. So today I'm not going to waste your time with fluffy motivation. I'm going to give you the 10 things the great ones work on every single day, like their life depends on it. Because one day it will. Here they are. Let me take you deeper into the most overlooked, yet most powerful thing you can work on every single day: your philosophy. Most people drift through life on a philosophy they never chose. They inherited it from their parents, picked it up from television, swallowed it from social media, or just absorbed it from the loudest voice in the room. And then they wonder why their life feels like a boat with no rudder, bouncing from wave to wave. Your philosophy is the set of beliefs that runs silently in the background of your mind, deciding what you consider possible, what you consider fair, what you consider worth fighting for, and what you consider normal. It is the operating system of your life. A weak philosophy creates a weak life. A sophisticated, tested, self-examined philosophy creates a powerful life. Here's what most people never realize. Small errors in philosophy create massive errors in destiny. If you believe money is the root of all evil, you will subconsciously sabotage every opportunity to earn more. If you believe, I'm just not a disciplined person, you will prove yourself right every morning when the alarm goes off. If you believe, the world is rigged and nothing I do matters, you will quit before you ever really start. On the other hand, if you believe that difficulties are the raw material for growth, you will welcome resistance. If you believe that your potential is virtually unlimited, you will keep pushing long after others stop. If you believe that every promise you make to yourself is sacred, you will develop a reputation with yourself that cannot be broken. That's why the great ones treat philosophy like daily maintenance on a race car. They don't just set it once and forget it. They tune it, question it, refine it every single day. So how do you actually work on your philosophy every day? Simple but not easy. First thing in the morning, before the world starts shouting at you, ask yourself 3 questions and answer them out loud or in writing. What do I believe about my potential that might be limiting me right now? What do I believe about money, success, and happiness that I inherited but never examined? What one belief, if I adopted it today, would make the biggest difference in my life? Then expose your mind to stronger philosophy. Read 1 chapter from a life-changing book. Listen to 10-15 minutes of someone who thinks at a higher level than you currently do. Borrow their beliefs long enough to test them. Keep what works. Throw away what doesn't. At night, do a quick philosophy audit. Did I live today according to the person I claim I want to become? Or did I live according to an old, unexamined story? Do this for 90 days straight, and something frightening will happen. You will start catching your old limiting beliefs in real time, the moment they try to speak. You'll hear that little voice say, "You can't do that." And instead of obeying it like you used to, you'll look it dead in the eye and say, "That's not my belief anymore." Your philosophy is not a side hobby. It is the root system of everything else you will ever accomplish. Water it daily. Prune the dead branches. Feed it the strongest ideas you can find. Because when your philosophy changes, your standards change. When your standards change, your actions change. And when your actions change, your entire life changes direction, speed, and destination. Work on your philosophy every single day. Because the person you become is decided long before the results ever show up. If philosophy is the root, attitude is the daily weather that decides whether those roots drink or die. You already know this. Two people can walk into the exact same circumstance. One sees a prison, the other sees a classroom. Same facts. Different attitude. Completely different life. Attitude is not some fluffy feeling that floats in on a good hair day. It is a position you take, a stance you choose, a muscle you build. And here's the part most people miss. You do not have an attitude the way you have brown eyes. You create it, defend it, and choose it every single morning before the world has a chance to vote on how your day is going to feel. The marketplace is brutal. Relationships are messy. Traffic is stupid. People will lie. Plans will collapse. And the economy will do whatever it wants. None of that is up to you. What is up to you? What is 100% in your control? Is the meaning you assign to it and the face you decide to wear while it's happening. I learned this the hard way from my mentor years ago. I walked into his office complaining about a string of bad breaks. He listened for about 30 seconds, then slid a yellow legal pad across the desk and said, "Write down the 5 things that are bothering you the most right now." I did. Then he said, "Good. Now, beside each one, write the most useful meaning you could possibly assign to it." I stared at him like he had 3 heads. He just smiled and said, "Son, you're going to have problems the rest of your life. The only question is whether they happen to you or for you." That single conversation cost me nothing and changed everything. So here's how you work on your attitude every single day. Like a professional, win the morning war. Before you check your phone, before you listen to the news, before you let anyone rent space in your head, do a 3-minute attitude prime. Stand up straight, shoulders back, breathe deep, and say out loud, yes, out loud, 3 statements that are true, whether you feel them yet or not. Examples. Today is going to bring me opportunities disguised as problems. I get to do hard things today, and that's a privilege. No matter what happens, I will respond like the person I'm committed to becoming. Say it with conviction. Your body will believe what your mouth repeats. Keep an attitude anchor in your pocket. Literally. A lot of high performers I know carry a coin, as a wristband. Something small. Every time their hand touches it during the day, it's a trigger. Check my attitude right now. Is this useful, or am I leaking power? Turn complaints into curriculum. Catch yourself complaining, sigh out loud or in your head, and immediately ask, what is this trying to teach me? The traffic jam, patience and planning, the rude client, communication and emotional mastery, the rejection, resilience and refinement. Problems stop being punishments and start being professors. Feed the good wolf. You have 2 wolves inside you every day. One is negative, fearful, sarcastic, entitled. The other is grateful, courageous, resourceful, calm. Whichever one you feed grows. Feed the good one on purpose. End every day by writing down 3 things that went right, 3 things you handled well, and 1 thing you're proud of. 5 minutes. It rewires your lens overnight. Attitude is not everything, but it changes everything. It's the only thing that can turn a setback into fuel, a critic into a coach, and a Monday into momentum. Protect it like oxygen, polish it like a weapon. Because the day you let a bad attitude settle in, just for today, is the day you hand the steering wheel to circumstances. Work on your attitude every single day and watch how fast life starts working for you instead of against you. If you are the same person next year that you are today, same knowledge, same skills, same mindset, same emotional strength, you will be left behind. Not maybe, guaranteed. The world does not stand still for anyone who chooses to stand still. Personal growth is not a luxury for people with extra time. It is the only reliable insurance policy against regret. The marketplace pays for value, and value is created by continual expansion of what you know and who you are becoming. Here is the brutal truth. Most people never face your income, your influence, your relationships, your health, and your peace of mind will rarely exceed your personal development. You don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems, and those systems are built on the person you have decided to become through daily growth. The average person reads less than one non-fiction book per year after they leave school. They listen to the same radio station, scroll the same feeds, and have the same conversations with the same 5 people. And then they wonder why year after year looks exactly the same. The great ones treat personal growth like oxygen, invisible when it's there, but the first thing they miss when it's gone. Here's how you make it non-negotiable. Every single day, adopt the 1% rule. You do not need dramatic overhauls, you need tiny, consistent improvements compounded over time. Read just 10 pages of a powerful book every morning. 10 pages is nothing today, but 650 pages in a year is 10 life-changing books most people never finish in a decade. Schedule your growth first. Before you schedule meetings, workouts, or even family time, block the first 30-60 minutes of your day for your mind. This is not free time. This is prime time. Guard it like a doctor's appointment you cannot miss, because it is the appointment with your future. Use the 3-bucket method. Every day, you must put something in 3 buckets. Bucket 1, knowledge, read, study, take notes. Bucket 2, skills, deliberate practice on the 1 or 2 abilities that move the needle most in your field. Bucket 3, inspiration, listen to or watch something that reminds you why you started and lifts your vision higher. Miss a day in 1 bucket and you're off balance. Miss a week and you're sliding backward. Keep a growth journal. At the end of every day, answer 2 questions in writing. What did I learn today that I didn't know yesterday? How did I become a slightly better version of myself today? If you ever have to write nothing, treat it like a 5 alarm fire. That day was stolen from your potential. Surround yourself with growth reminders. Put the next book on your nightstand. Change your phone wallpaper to a quote that stings. Set calendar reminders that say, future you is counting on today's deposit. Make it impossible to forget that standing still is the same as moving backward. Growth is not automatic. The world is designed to pull you toward comfort and mediocrity. You have to fight for expansion every single day. Work on your personal growth every single day. Because the version of you that exists 12 months from now is being shaped right now by what you choose to learn, practice, and become today. Goals are not wishes. Goals are not New Year's resolutions that die by January 12th. Goals are the compass, the contract, and the daily vote you cast for the person you have decided to become. Most people don't fail because they aim too high and miss. They fail because they aim at nothing and hit it every single time. A life without clear, written, reviewed goals is like a ship leaving port with no destination. It may have full sails and a busy crew, but it's just burning fuel while drifting in circles. Here is the part that separates the amateurs from the pros. The great ones do not set goals once a year and then forget them. They treat goals like a living document that gets touched, measured, and adjusted every single day. Every morning, before the world starts making demands, they ask 3 questions. What are my top 3 outcomes for the next 12 months that would make me proud to be alive? Which one of those 3, if I moved it forward today, even a tiny bit, would create the most momentum? What is the single next action I can take in the next 24 hours that proves I'm serious? Then they write the answers down. Every day, same page or new page, doesn't matter. The act of writing commits the mind and keeps the target from drifting. Here's how you work on your goals every single day like the top performers do. Keep a Big 5 card. On one small card or in your phone notes, list your 5 major goals for the year in present tense. As if they're already done. I earn X per month. I weigh X pounds and feel strong. I have published the book. It's CY. Read them out loud with emotion twice a day, morning and night. Your subconscious needs to hear your own voice declaring what's already decided. Use the 1-3-5 rule every morning. Write down 1 outcome you must move today, the 1 goal, related result that matters most. 3 actions that will directly produce that outcome. 5 smaller tasks that support those actions. This takes 3 minutes and turns vague intention into precise execution. Measure backward, not just forward. At the end of every day, ask, did today's actions move me closer to or farther from my written goals? Be brutally honest. Celebrate the days you moved the needle. Correct course immediately on the days you didn't. Upgrade your goals quarterly. Every 90 days, sit down for 2 hours with your goals and ask, are these still mine, or am I chasing someone else's dream? Are they big enough to excite me and scare me at the same time? Weak goals create weak futures. Raise the bar the moment you realize you've outgrown it. Attach pain and pleasure. For each major goal, write down exactly what it will cost you if you fail, the regret, the embarrassment, the lost years, and exactly what it will give you if you succeed, the freedom, the pride, the impact. Read both sides when motivation fades. Emotion is the force that turns decisions into disciplines. Goals are not about achieving something someday. They are about becoming someone today. Someone who keeps promises to themselves. Work on your goals every single day, because the person who reviews, refines, and acts on their goals daily is quietly building a life the rest of the world will one day call overnight success. Motivation is a spark. Discipline is the fire that keeps burning when the spark is long gone. Everybody loves the idea of discipline until the alarm goes off at 5:00 a.m., until the gym is cold, until the inbox is screaming, until the phone tempts you with one more scroll. That's the exact moment the average person negotiates with themselves and loses. That's also the exact moment the great ones have already won, because they decided long ago that feelings don't get a vote. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is self-respect in action. It is the ultimate proof that you love your future more than you love your comfort today. Here's what I want you to burn into your mind. Success is never owned. It is rented, and the rent is due every single day. The currency is discipline. Miss a few payments and the landlord of mediocrity shows up to repossess everything you thought was yours. The good news: Discipline is a muscle, and like every muscle, it grows exactly in proportion to the resistance you give it. The more you ask it to do hard things when you don't feel like it, the stronger it becomes, until one day you look up and realize that hard has become your new normal. Here is how you build unbreakable discipline. One day at a time, start stupid small, then never miss. Want to work out every day? Begin with 5 push-ups the moment your feet hit the floor. Want to read every day? Begin with 1 page. The goal is not to impress anyone. The goal is to create a streak you are unwilling to break. A 365-day streak of 5 push-ups will eventually turn into a 365-day streak of full workouts, because identity follows behavior. Use the 5-second rule. The moment the alarm rings or the task appears, count backwards 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 and move. No thinking. Thinking is where excuses lie. 5 seconds is faster than the brain can manufacture a story about why today should be the exception. Make it painfully obvious and painfully easy. Lay out your gym clothes the night before. Put the book on your pillow. Delete the apps that steal your focus. Environment is the invisible hand that shapes your behavior. Design it so the disciplined choice is the path of least resistance. Keep a disciplined scorecard. Every night, give yourself a simple red or green mark for the 3 to 5 non-negotiable habits that move your life forward: a workout, learning time, prospecting calls, whatever they are. Green, you did it. Red, you didn't. Do not lie to the scorecard. 10 reds in a row is the early warning system that your future is quietly slipping away. Practice deliberate discomfort daily. Take the cold shower. Make the call you're afraid to make. Sit in silence for 10 minutes instead of reaching for the phone. Tiny doses of voluntary discomfort train the muscle that says, I can do hard things. When real hardship shows up, and it will, you will already know you are the kind of person who does not fold. Discipline is not about perfection. It is about direction. One disciplined day doesn't change your life, but it changes your trajectory, and trajectory compounded is destiny. Work on your discipline every single day, because the pain of staying small will eventually outweigh the pain of doing the work. And on that day, you will either have the discipline already built, or you will wish with everything in you that you had started sooner. Your body is not just something you have. It is the only place you have to live. Everything you want to do: raise your kids, build the business, travel the world, leave a mark, rides on the energy, clarity, and resilience of this one irreplaceable vehicle. Neglect it, and every dream becomes theoretical. Treat it like the priceless asset it is, and it will carry you farther than you ever imagined. Most people treat their health the way they treat their car. They only pay attention when the check engine light comes on. By then, the damage is done and the repair bill is brutal. The great ones treat health like a daily investment that compounds faster than any stock portfolio. Here is the hard truth. You do not get a new body when you finally make it. You get the body you built with all the yesterdays you treated as if there would be endless tomorrows. So how do you work on your health every single day like your future depends on it? Because it does. Own the first hour. Move your body for at least 20 minutes before you earn the right to sit at a desk. Walk fast, lift weights, stretch. Dance, doesn't matter. Motion creates energy. Energy creates possibility. Sitting is the new smoking. And the first hour is when you decide whether today will be a vitality day or a slow decline day. Eat like an adult. Every day ask one simple question before you put anything in your mouth. Is this food or is this entertainment? Real food grows in the ground, on a tree, or used to have a face. If it has a commercial, An ingredient list longer than your arm, or a cartoon mascot, it's probably entertainment pretending to be fuel. You wouldn't put sugar in the gas tank of a Ferrari. Stop doing it to the only body you'll ever have. Master the 10-3-2-1 sleep formula. No caffeine 10 hours before bed. No food or alcohol 3 hours before bed. No work or screens 2 hours before bed. 1 hour of wind down rituals reading, gratitude light stretching. 0 times you hit snooze in the morning. Sleep is not a luxury. It is the highest octane performance drug legally available. Track the big 3 daily movement, hydration, and sunlight. 10,000 steps are equivalent. 3 to 4 liters of water. 15-30 minutes of direct outdoor light. No sunglasses if possible. These are the cheapest, most proven health upgrades on the planet. And almost nobody does all 3 consistently. Schedule quarterly. Health scares. Once every 90 days, get blood work, body composition, or any test that tells the truth your mirror sometimes lies about. Numbers don't care about your excuses. Seeing the data move in the right direction is one of the most motivating feelings on earth. Make it non-negotiable by tying it to identity, not willpower. Stop saying, I want to get in shape. Start saying, I am the kind of person who takes care of their body every single day. Identity beats motivation every time. Your health is the ultimate compound interest account. Small daily deposits of movement, real food, quality sleep, and sunlight grow into energy you can't buy, focus you can't fake, and years you can't borrow. Work on your health every single day, because one day your body will be the only thing standing between you and everything you said you wanted to do someday. My friend, you've heard the 10. You felt the weight of them. But knowledge without action is just a heavier burden to carry. Starting now, not tomorrow, not next week, not when you feel ready. Pick one, just one, and work it like your legacy depends on it. Because it does. Then tomorrow, add another. And the next day, another. Until these 10 become the rhythm of your days, the foundation of your nights, and the story of your life. Remember the man from the story. The one who got the call at 3:17 a.m.? He didn't change everything overnight. He changed one thing every day. And in the end, when his own time came, he wasn't haunted by what ifs. He was surrounded by well-dones. That can be you. That will be you if you decide right now. So go, work the 10 every single day and watch how fast ordinary turns into extraordinary. Thank you. Now, do the work.